Yep.
Hello everyone and welcome to, I think this should be considered chapter 21, The Great Heistening. So, our brave party is planning to grab themselves a man of iron. Now I believe the plan was to go in with a delegation, shall we say, guests on board the rogue trader's ship. Emissaries of the Inquisitor. Now, you could in theory take an Aquila lander, which would be easier to fly away with, but you wouldn't have much room to hide because Aquila landers are essentially the cockpit and a back section just big enough for about 10 people. So it has to be a cargo lighter. So there is a essentially main group with a small honor guard, say a squad of spearfishers in dress uniform. And you three hiding in really uncomfortable boxes shoved under the seating, shielded from a casual sensor sweep. Now, the fun part is, you're still gonna get scanned, kids.
Wasn't the plan that someone went to the guys who were trying to sneak in would go to the planet, get on board one of their shuttles there, and then head back
I
with
thought
that, and
that
then
was
you.
one of the potential plans, but I think the idea was that you would ultimately, if you want to go with that and then try and essentially use your own shuttle to get back, that is certainly something you can do.
Yes, pretty sure that was the plan.
Okay? In that case, make a crew rating check. You get a plus 10 for shuttle maneuverability, plus 10 for being familiar with the minefield by now. In fact, I'll turn that into a plus 15 because you know it intimately well. So, plus 25, however, you are trying to sneak in under the sensors of all the crap that the rogue trader is sending down and essentially get close enough to be within walking distance of where they are doing stuff.
Yep.
So, that will apply minus 30. You can, however, improve this with a tech use test, because I think one of you is bringing a tech priest. So effectively, with a successful tech use test at plus 0, you can reduce that penalty, let's say, if you succeed by 10, an additional 10 for every 2 degrees of success. So if you get 5, you negate the penalty entirely. Okay, and I believe that is indeed 5. So you can roll it with the plus 25.
Okay.
Okay. You fly down, enter the atmosphere. You are buffeted by the sulfur clouds and the heated air streams from the supervolcano that was awakened by Eldari bombardment. And you make your way to one of the areas that is not too far from the swamps that is still warm, where the harvesting procedures are currently happening, as the rogue trader is filling barrels which are being happily chilled to a nice low temperature with fungus. It's not even fungus, it's more like a moss that grows on the trees in the swamp, which presumably has properties that help maintain brain function despite advanced age, help stave off the decay of mental faculties, and are thus a prized substance. So, you land a ways away, and in distance you know there are a pair of cargo lighters that are happily harvesting, and presumably a number of men. You have with you uniforms in the house colors of dark green with red and black decorations. Presumably, if they haven't been changed, they may help you blend in. Currently, what would you be wearing? The uniforms? Or armor? Or some other type of clothing? I'm presuming that you are at the very least... I'm presuming you're at the very least using gas masks down here.
Yes, at the very least using gas masks. The question is, do we want to wear void suits or not?
Mm-hmm. You weren't able to get close enough to the harvesters without being seen to really check what they were using. For obvious reasons, you kind of had to land carefully.
Yeah.
I would assume we'd be able to at least make out the color of their clothing.
Well, no, that's kind of too close still. They have scanners and shit.
Yes, you had to land several kilometers away and come in low at that to avoid detection, because the idea is that they shouldn't know that you are here.
Well, I think I'd wear a gas mask and my robes then.
Okay, looking like a Mechanicus priest. Excellent.
Yeah, I'd just be wearing a gas mask and the same uniform.
Okay.
Turns out they're wearing void suits. Oh boy.
Okay. Well, what is the plan for infiltrating the camp, presuming that Boo is gonna be there in just a second?
I'd assume we all throw on the cameline cloaks and start moving in.
Mm-hmm. Please make a note of, in like the text chat, of which items you have brought with you from the loot pile. I told you you could have 2 special tools that will be useful later.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we all agreed that it would be 2 cameline cloaks, and I'd just use Loot's cameline cloak.
Okay. Then you are happily concealed. Well, the first part of it goes relatively easily, because you're a long ways out. So, how are you guys at survival?
I have survival.
I shockingly do have survival, yes.
Is it agility or is it perception or intelligence based?
It is perception based, since you're using Zarkov, right? And he has been down here before. You get an additional +10 to this.
I assume Boo is helping? Or not Boo, but
yes.
Adolphus is helping.
Yes, Jinzia, I think it was, is helping. So you get a total of plus 20.
Oof. I'll reroll that.
A good start, that.
There we go.
Okay.
That was the fate point from the Camellia cloak.
Excellent.
Since it is lucky.
You proceed along and you smell it before you see it. A rank, musty scent. And you bring the cloak around yourself and stay absolutely still for 15 minutes. And then you see the bear unfold where it was about 5 meters away from you and plod off.
Nice.
And you continue your trek forwards, ever so carefully. Now, the ground here is mostly flat, but at the same time there's a few small hills and a lot of small depressions, most of which at the bottom hold water or other substances that seem to be at least partially frozen in the current temperature.
Okay.
So you are able to, essentially, by your calculations, you're getting pretty close to the camp. And presumably you're going to want to take a look at what is going on down there.
Yep.
So, how would you like to go about that?
Would it detect an aspect scanner?
Well, could they detect it? If they have a tech priest, they might. Hi, bro.
Hello.
Welcome.
So,
Thank you.
according to Jackalor's recalling of the plan, the idea was to go down on the planet and sneak aboard their shuttle. So currently, the team is creeping up to an operation that is pulling some kind of biological material out of the swamp to bring onto the ship.
Bits and pieces of a certain mutant.
So, what you have with you is, well, I will need to know what you're wearing. The others have mentioned. I assume the cameline cloak. One of them.
Cameline cloak and the assassin body glove.
Okay, excellent. You can be wearing a uniform of the house the rogue trader originally came from over the body glove, if you wish.
Gotcha. No, it's gonna be sneaky anyway, so why?
It wouldn't really affect much.
If it wouldn't, then sure.
Okay.
By the way, just one question: what is the armor rating for the body glove? 3, right?
3, yes.
It's best quality, yeah.
Yeah, then it's 3.
That's always 3.
So currently, you have avoided an encounter with a hungry bear and are sneaking up on the camp. You're still out of sight of it, but effectively, you are close enough that you could creep ahead and take a peek of what is actually going on.
Okay.
Okay.
So, would you like to nominate someone among your number to take a look? Preferably someone good at scrutiny, for example.
I could. I got 2 dots in scrutiny.
I think you're the best on, unless Adolphus has a bunch as well.
I have 3 for perception and only 1 tick in scrutiny. I think you're going to be better.
But you can still give a plus 10, I think.
Yeah, I have 47 perception and 2 ticks. With your plus 10, that will be really nice.
Yeah, I guess I'd go for plus 10. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Okay. It would probably be this guy, honestly. So, Boom. Go ahead and start with a stealth check.
With the chameleon line cloak bonus.
Yes, and take an additional, let's say, plus 20, because there's a lot of relatively flat ground to cover, and it's kind of hard to see one guy going.
Yeah. Yeet.
Okay. So, you peek out, and ahead you see two cargo lighters, both having at least a few impact or scorch marks from the smaller mines, and keeping a rough perimeter around them are about 5 or 6 armsmen, keeping an eye out, making sure no animals are creeping up. 2 of them are kind of keeping an eye on the harvesting operation, another 4 sort of 2 in front of the ships, 2 in back of them. Make me a scrutiny check.
With the plus 10.
For what?
Oh, Adolphus
Adolphus.
can't be helping because he isn't here.
Yep, you're
Wait, I don't know if I have an Auspex.
I mean, I could have given you mine if you needed it,
Would
but it can be detected in theory.
Yeah, true. I'll just do it flat then.
okay.
Yeet.
Nice.
Okay. So, this looks about what you expected. It looks like there's about 14 or 15 workers there, along with the guards, who are sort of going back and forth, bringing armfuls of what looks like moss or seaweed or some kind of drooping organic material towards the ships and putting them into large, you know, like those big plastic-ass barrels, except they're made of metal.
Yeah. the kind homeless people light fires in.
Bigger, the industrial-sized
nice.
ones.
Okay, I get you.
So they're just sort of walking up there, dropping the stuff in, and going back. They are wearing servants' uniforms, but they're wearing thick rubber gloves and rubber aprons, as well as gas masks.
Ooh, that cannot be good.
What you do notice is a slight complication with Jekyll's plan. While the uniforms are similar to what his house wore, the red highlights have been replaced by gold ones. So instead of green, red, and black, it's green, gold, and black.
Oof.
Probably not that visible in poor lighting or shadows, but if anyone takes a clear look, it will be obvious that it's not actually the uniform.
One question, how are they like positioned, the guys wearing the uniforms, like exactly? Are there any guys that are like out of sight?
Generally, it looks like they have hacked a hole in the ice, like a pretty big one, about 20 or 30 meters across, and they're essentially taking stuff out of there. There's 2 guys sort of keeping at the sides of the hole, keeping an eye on the workers. 2 more at the back of the shuttles and 2 more at the front. So generally, if you're gonna ambush someone, you're gonna need to take out 2 people silently at the same time. And the best bet would be the 2 dudes wearing flak armor in front of the shuttles.
Yeah, because it's not a problem to kill them without getting any damage on the armor, at least for me, in silence.
No, we don't need to kill them at all.
Well, they're not gonna notice if we replace them.
We're gonna be killing them either way. We're planning on stealing their ship, remember? If we just leave them
No, we're
stranded
planning
down
on
in the pier,
sneaking
they're
on.
gonna be
No,
dead.
we're not
We're
planning
sneaking
on
onto the
stealing.
ship and then hitching a ride.
Yeah.
Stealing a ship would be conspicuous as fuck. We're trying to be inconspicuous.
The pilot's chair swirls around. Gentlemen, I've been expecting you, lower storm bolter.
What a coincidence. So have we.
charge with my power sword already.
Okay. Other than that, it does look like the guards are... Well, they're paying attention. They don't look that alert. It's kind of settled down into a routine. Okay, there's a couple wild animals. We kind of have to be careful, but this place ain't that bad.
They're within the wire.
So I guess, do we have any idea when they're supposed to leave this place?
Yeah.
Presumably when the shuttles are full.
And how long until then, do you think?
Depends on how quickly the work goes on their end. Based on how long they've stayed down previously, they might move between several locations with the shuttles. That's a possibility, but on the planet, for the sake of harvesting, I'm gonna say they stayed down somewhere between 18 and 24 hours each trip.
How long has this shuttle been here?
So about 3 or 4.
We got time.
I guess. Yeah. We probably, if we're gonna knock someone out and take their stuff, we should probably wait until right before they leave. And even then, it's probably not a good idea because they might do a roll call or something.
True, but I feel like if we were to do that, sorry, the better bet would be the workers and not the soldiers.
Yeah, of course, the workers, because we need the gloves and shit, not the armor.
The workers do wade about yay high into the water, some of them. So if you want to drag someone under, that could potentially be an option. Then just, 3 seconds later, I'm fine guys, I'm fine.
That is a very valid option.
Alternatively, right now, it's about rounding midday. Once it gets dark, there's only 6 guards. Even if they turn on the lights, you might be able to sneak in through their perimeter. It's made more to deter wild beasts than a determined approach.
Yeah, anyone with intelligence.
Honestly, I do think we should just try and sneak aboard when they're about to leave.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like sneaking in the midst of the confusion of them trying to leave and packing everything up, so they won't notice a few extra bodies. Do we have any tech priests?
No. I think we should wait till night and sneak into one of the barrels that's almost full and close it on top of us.
They're going to be completely full if they're leaving once they're full.
Yeah, that's my point. We need to get in there before they're ready to leave.
There does seem to be like a foreman who's kind of directing workers which plants to pick up. But it doesn't seem like there's a tech priest. You could assume that there's probably someone, at least in the ship, because you don't see anyone that looks like a pilot, looks like guards and menials out here.
How good are you at sneaking with the cloak?
74.
He's the knight.
You could try sneaking aboard during the day to see what they have inside, if there's anyone else there.
That is a very good option, yeah. Plus, because most of them are outside currently doing work, not many of them will be inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will say that you can attempt this, but I gave you a +10 for peeking, or +20, right?
+20, yeah.
Actually, trying to sneak in will be a contested roll, and it will be -20 on your end because...
So just flat without the
It's kind of flat land, and you do have a cameline cloak, but...
I could let you borrow the best quality one.
I mean, no, don't I already have best?
No, I have the best quality one.
Yeah, but I'm already there, though.
Weren't there 2 best quality? One was just best quality and one was Archaeotech.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
was lucky.
one's
And the one I
Archaeotech.
have is lucky and best. Wait, doesn't that give a plus
No,
30
I
then?
have the lucky and best.
No, you have the lucky and best, and I just have the best one.
Whichever one of you wants to do it, choose the fucking Archaeotech one. I think Boo, he
Both
was
are
here
best
first,
quality,
and
though.
he already decided to have the non-Archaeotech one. So you take the Archaeotech one.
You could just send Zarkov in and tell him to snipe the pilot.
I mean, I could do that too. It's not a problem.
Do you have
But
Fists
no.
of Fury?
Well, you said snipe.
Yeah, like the Orc do. At close range.
Okay, yeah, okay, I get you.
I mean, in theory, I could charge in there from outside the ship and still reach the pilot. You know.
Yeah, before they even know what's happening.
But I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, one question though. Does the best quality give you another plus 10?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay, so I did that roll on the stealth wrong, but
Never
I had
you
an only
mind
plus
now.
20 for that, yeah. I mean, I can still try and sneak aboard. It's still a 64% chance, just a plus 10.
Yeah, like, if you do that, effectively, you are sort of crouching down and being a little hillock that sort of creeps forward when they look away.
It just reminds me of the fucking Modern Warfare mission in fucking Chernobyl.
Well, might as well try it.
Yeah, I want to.
We need to see what's inside there anyway to know where to hide best.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the range of a normal Auspex?
Like 30 meters?
Yeah.
20?
Yeah, you would have been outside that previously. So I'm going to say it's something like 40 or 50 meters of open ground that you need to slowly cross. Let the games begin, Boo.
Oh lord. So, shall I roll?
Yep.
Range is 50 meters.
Oh, 50. I'm going to reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh lord, okay. Well, that's bad.
So, you keep creeping forward.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I could have used something for a decoy. Never mind now.
Is that taking into account the bonuses of the Archaeotech?
Yeah, it is. That's with the. It's usually a plus 30, but because of the minus 20, it's just a plus.
So what were you thinking of?
I could have like done something for a distraction, like have some nades. I could have chucked one over there.
Oh
or,
yes,
like,
because letting them
aggravated
know
some-
that there are explosions happening here is a good
Yeah,
idea.
not nades. Actually, yeah, not nades, but like I could rile up some beasts
Toss a
or something.
coin!
To your Witcher.
So, you creep forward and it's going well. The guard isn't even looking at your direction anymore. Wait, that's weird. He hasn't looked in this direction for 5 minutes now.
Something's up.
And then you hear the soft crunch of boots from the nose of the ship, from the back of the ship, and you see the other 5 guards. 2 from the front, 3 more from the back, just slowly shotguns level, stepping into line of sight, pointing in your general direction.
Okay, I'm a dip.
Okay, do you want to get up and run?
Can I hide? Like, is there any like muddy water nearby or something? Can I hide from them?
Okay, you would have to take at least 1 run action towards the hacked open pool where the crew is harvesting.
Oh my fucking god.
Like I said, 50 meters of almost completely open ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's a
hacked
bit
them off
difficult
all
to cover.
See, on a planet filled with predators, a white mound of something slowly approaching one of the guards is kind of suspicious.
Oh wait, just to ask, like this doesn't apply now, obviously, because my cover is blown. But could I have used the disguised kit to somehow make myself a makeshift ghillie suit or something?
Cameline already takes care of that. It blends you into the environment.
Ah, okay.
Hence
gotcha.
the white mound and why you could reasonably even attempt this. Because Yeah, it makes you blend into the terrain. And they just go,
Yeah, no.
wait, that box wasn't there before. So,
Mm-hmm.
give me an awareness roll.
Any modifier?
I think you're paying very close attention, so take
Would
a
be,
plus
yeah.
20. Okay, so what do you think it is? I don't fucking know. It doesn't look like one of those furballs. Should we shoot it? Nah, the boss will probably won't take it alive. One of the men dressed in better armor, now that you can take a close look at him, just looks at them disgustedly. Fine, cover me. Unlimbers a shock maul of some kind and steps towards you.
Oh god.
Now is the time to start moving away.
Yeah, I'm just going to, at least one of them put their weapon, like a range weapon.
Hopefully they just think it's Eldari or something.
Yeah. They have noticed me, but they don't know what I am.
Okay, so you slowly start backing away.
No, wait. They notice me, but they don't know what I am, right?
Yep.
Okay. No, I'm kind of thinking, because I do have a silenced sniper rifle,
And
Oh,
that
God,
just
no.
you
no,
are
no, listen. I'm not trying to kill anyone.
you're within 20 meters. They can hear the shot. It lessens the sound. It doesn't erase it.
Do you have any smoke grenades or something?
I have crack and frag grenades.
Oh my god! It
You don't
farted. Boom.
You don't even have fucking photon flash.
No, I do not. Did not plan for this.
Stealth mission. Did not plan for stun options.
Before I start running, could I like drop a grenade just so it makes a bit of smoke cover? Not gonna be a lot, obviously, but there will be some debris and some shit.
If you have a way to quick draw the grenade, you
I
can
do, I have quick draw.
pull the pin and drop it as a half action and start away from it.
Yeah, I have quick draw.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Whoo, max.
Okay. So we're gonna say that preparing the grenade, like pulling the pin so you can drop it, and standing up, is your surprise round. And then you just drop it and start running for all you're worth. Hear the grenade explode behind you. How far can you run in a round?
Oh, wait, let me see. I can run 20.
24, right?
Yep. Because yeah, 24.
How is your
Yeah,
ability bonus
I did
plus
that
3
wrong,
then for
actually. Yeah,
initiative?
now I'm realizing as well that I did it wrong. That's my bad.
Okay, so 18.
No, it isn't 18. I do have a agility modifier of 4. I just didn't change it. That is my.
Ah, then reroll the
Do I
initiative.
real? Yeah. That's still
Okay,
better.
same thing happens. You hoofed away. You hear someone behind you call out, "Hold fire!"
It just farted.
and you hear a lone shotgun blast ring out behind you. And miss. Stop right there!
Criminal scum. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Actually, no, I did it wrong. He would have taken a half aim with that.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
You hear a shotgun blast ring out behind you and something pelt your ass cheeks.
I can attempt to dodge that.
You can attempt to dodge that.
I can use sidestep to dodge. Step aside to dodge again.
No, you can only dodge an attack once.
It doesn't let you reroll a dodge, it lets you dodge a second attack.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, I get you.
Yep.
So, scatter at standard range. What does it?
That gives it penalties.
It does something with the damage, I believe.
It gives it a damage penalty and a hit penalty.
Don't think it was a hit penalty at standard.
As I recall, it knocks 3 off the addition to the damage.
That's the damage.
Yeah, that's one of the 2
at any
things
longer
it does.
ranges, it suffers -3 damage. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just that, okay.
So,
That does nothing.
yeah, no, fuck you. He's gonna spend a fate point and reroll that damage.
Wait, what?
Does nothing. Get fucked.
So he's calling out,
they are
"Freeze,
fate-
fucker!"
Well, there goes our cover. Nice and blown.
So you keep running, and what? Dive into cover? We are away from your party? What is the plan now?
I will try and reestablish just to hide somewhere until I've seen them like calm down, shit like that, until they're no longer looking for me. Somewhere where there's hopefully way more like shit to hide.
Okay? You hide in the fields. You're a ghost.
A ghost in the trenches?
So, watching from afar, you see the workers stopping their work and gather together. And the guards and the worker foreman seem to be discussing among themselves what to do next.
Because obviously their cover's blown now.
Now, he did not
I
have a
have an
lot of
idea.
time to look at you.
Yeah, so he doesn't still know where I'm from.
I will roll his scrutiny to see if he noticed you had a sniper rifle barrel sticking out.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, because... Oh, God!
The worker foreman points with great emphasis at his clipboard, presumably emphasizing his schedule. The leader of the guard just shakes his head, points at the shuttle, and they all start shuffling inside.
Getcha. Now, I have an idea. Since they presumably know, don't know rather, what faction we belong to,
There's
We can
only
just
really
make-
one option, the Inquisition here.
maybe it could be pirates.
With what?
When there's
It
none in
fucking
orbit, sure.
Oh, hey, they're on the planet, they haven't spotted enough, they've been waiting, I don't fucking know. Neither do they. We can make it seem like there's a huge ass attack force that meant to attack them, like, with primitive shit. That might allow us to sneak
Yeah,
in. during
after
all
the guy
commotion.
saw your fucking sniper rifle, sure.
Why the fuck can't people have sniper rifles?
How hard would it be to try and get in now?
How hard? Well, presumably,
Inaccessible?
there aren't workers going to the 2 or 3 barrels that are actually outside.
We could hide in the barrels.
However, there are guards very close to those barrels, trying to stay in cover by the ramps to the ships and trying to keep an eye out for snipers approaching.
They don't know a lot about snipers.
Covering fire.
So you want to lay out covering fire while some of you rush forward and jump into the barrels next to the guards who are just taking cover there, just watching for any more threats in a panicked state.
I think we have to try and get in the barrels, but hopefully keep the barrels between us and the guards.
Or wait till the next shuttle, which they will be
You
more
assume there's
vigilant.
going to be a next shuttle.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If there's a next shuttle.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, getting into the barrels. If we could get a distraction, maybe.
Yeah, but what should we do for a distraction?
Okay, so I'm gonna
We
presume
could-
that
we
you
could
are.
try animal in here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We could try get some wild animals to bait them towards them.
Okay.
Like a bear.
Herd of them,
What are you going to do? Throw meat at the people?
We could annoy a bear. I could
Yeah.
So you
Well,
want
if
to...
you punch a bear, you're gonna be close enough for it to want to punch back.
I understand. You want to try and send a wild animal at them.
Yes.
Roll survival at -10 Jackalor.
What's perception, agility?
Intelligence.
Yeah, makes sense.
Can you roll that?
I cannot. I do not have survival.
I can do it. You gonna give me a +10 on it?
Yes.
Okay, so roll it flat. Okay.
Do you want to give a +10 to that, or 1 extra degree of success to that?
No.
It would be make it 3, which might be enough to push it over to make it plausible. If you have any to spare, of course.
Fine, I'll spend a fate point on it.
Okay. You trick a bear into charging in the general direction of the camp of the tough meat with the boomsticks. Shots and screams ring out as you hear a rising roar, and overhead, a Aquila lander in the colors of the Kaftar family of rogue traders wings in.
They brought backup. They didn't retreat.
Watching from a distance, you see it pause briefly to rake the bear with a multi-laser. Tossing it off of the poor trooper that was being savaged. And you see another 9 men come out of it. And looking at the distance, it doesn't look like they're using shotguns this time. They seem to have longer rifles.
Could we have, in this confusion, tried to get into the barrels now?
Yeah, good point.
Okay?
I don't think you want to run out there with a fucking
No, this is
multi-laser
a...
firing.
I mean, I'm asking, could we have?
You could have, yes. It will be hard. I won't tell you the difficulty until you know.
We decide. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Do you think they'd open the barrels again?
Some of them were left open. they didn't bother closing them. They left them as they were.
They might still be planning on finishing the job rather than leaving.
That is true. So
Let's
they
just
might
not do it.
stay here until nightfall.
Yeah, let's just not do it and wait for a better opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the extras to back up, yeah.
So a couple of hours later, one of them brings out a loudspeaker and calls out, "Listen, I'm sorry I shot you. If you have something to trade, we have food and ammunition."
Don't buy that for a second.
"Listen, we'll pay you well if you know any iron caves nearby or things like that."
Do any
Do
of
we-
us have deceived?
I know.
I have deceived.
"We come from the Emperor. We are your friends."
Do you want me to use deceive?
No, like, why the
We're
fuck would they
taking-
be giving an opportunity to trade to someone who was sneaking up on them?
You're a tech priest as well, so they know tech priests don't go feral.
Yeah.
So, you wait for a better opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour and a half passes, and you realize that there are 3 men moving towards the edges of the camp at a slight angle from you, Boo. 2 of them are carrying rifles, and one of them puts on the ground steaming hunks of freshly butchered bear meat. And they back away towards the shuttles and wait.
Are these guys idiots?
Actually,
They might have
They
different
probably
assumptions.
assume that we're. They probably assume we're like the bloodsuckers or whatever, but
But
less
let Chris continue.
devolved.
So yeah, what you were saying, Chris?
Well, they might have different assumptions about what you are than you expect, is what I was gonna say.
yeah, for all they know, we could be ferals. Just stolen
They
technology.
might think I'm just me a mutant rather than a cyborg.
Yeah.
Until you go up to the ship and a tech priest examines you.
That as well.
Ah, yes, the blessed technology of Mars. This man is no feral worlder.
Woman.
No, I'm a Zarkov is a man.
But I'm a fucking tech priest. So
Ah, yes,
but I was
he
thinking
was
that-
enhanced by a feral world tech priest.
Do you exist?
Clearly they do. First one found, a new discovery. Praise the Omnissiah. At this point, it's been about 5 hours since the hoopla started, and it's starting to get pretty dark. You're in that twilight time where shadows are at their longest. The men seem to have settled down a bit, but there certainly are more of them, and they're very wary. But there have been no further attempts to entice the feral worlder who might know where the local secrets are hidden out. And not after all that has happened and failed.
To be honest, do we know anything of the world?
We know where they shot the lasers,
True.
and we don't. Thing is, we don't want to help them. That's the whole point of this mission.
Yeah, I know, but if we actually knew the location of something they might be interested in, they might send off a group over there and make it easier to sneak aboard the shuttle. Because they do have 2 landers there right now, right? Or a shuttle and a lander.
They have 2 cargo shuttles, which were there originally, which were mostly came down filled with workers and cargo space.
Yeah. And a lander with units.
Yeah, and a lander with like a pilot and 9 guys with like long range rifles.
So that's the thing. If we actually could know somewhere where they might be interested in, that wouldn't be deceiving them. We would be telling the truth. But it will make it easier if they take one of the cargo shuttle, fill it with workers, and go there, because we're splitting them up, and it'll make it
Now
easier
tell
to.
me, do you speak High Gothic?
Technically, I don't speak anything.
Do Feral Worlders speak High Gothic usually?
We don't have to
They speak local dialects that are vaguely.
And
He
yeah.
said in a perfect scintillant accent, "Oh yes, the treasure is over there, my good sir."
Exactly. It's you'd
Well,
have
you
to
see-
do a deceive test to make up an accent anyway.
Not true, but you see, non-verbal communication.
But- do you have any idea how useless that is?
Hey, I'm just a fucking
So,
spitballing
Bo,
here.
I mean,
the rest of you, give me a moment. Boo, would you like to stand up and approach the camp?
Fuck no, like at least not me, because I was the one that was spotted.
you could strip and try and steal their beef now. And just pretend you don't understand any of them.
That's still a
Because
deceive, I
this
feel.
planet was had spoken, a savage dialect of Slavic.
So,
Go up to them.
you could...
Oh yes, good sons.
Сука, блядь.
They wouldn't know the difference between fake Slavic and real
I
Slavic.
will say this:
That's the thing.
now that it's getting dark, they have flashlights out and they're trying to sweep a, pretty clear perimeter with like decent powered flashlights. But the meat, you could pull that out of sight relatively easily.
Yeah, I'm going to do that so they think we did take them up on their own.
Would you like to do
They
that?
wouldn't understand their offer.
Yeah, but we wouldn't say anything. They would just think, oh, they got their food. They were maybe just wary of us. That's why they approached sneakily as well. I need to roll for anything?
I'm back.
Take a plus 30 on this. Essentially, you won't fail this unless it's a crit fail at this point. Yeah, no, you're good. You have about 3 kilos of cooked bear meat on a large plate.
You know what I call that? Bait.
Okay.
Pretty sure bear is not a good bait. With the bear.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good bait for another bear.
I don't know. Is winter approaching?
So, at this point, the work has resumed. The workers don't seem particularly happy, the foreman in particular, because the body language says, "You motherfucker." But they are continuing to dig stuff out now, finally, hours later. Eventually.
I feel like the best chance to
Yeah.
sneak aboard would be when their shifts start for guarding at night. Because less people would be awake.
Well, technically, during the shift change, it would probably be the most people, but they'd be least expecting someone
yeah.
coming in then.
Yeah, that is true, but I meant like when the shifts start, like when they start distributing shifts, like you, then you, then
Yeah,
you,
but
then,
that's-
and then.
So,
But whatever.
that makes sense, but you realize that the guards are taking shifts. The menials don't get shifts, they get to work.
Yeah, but I was thinking change of the guard shifts.
Yeah.
Like, in the middle of the change, you'd go in and sneak in.
Because
So
they would be
do you
focusing
two want to
on-
drown the menials or something and swap out your clothing with one of the menials or something?
If we can, that would be good.
We don't want to kill anyone. That complicates things.
The more
We don't want to
silent
be
this is, the
caught either.
better.
Hmm?
But your orders are not to kill anyone important.
That is true. They're also menials. They're not really gonna give a fuck.
The man's from Malphite Jackalore. You overestimate his fucks
Yeah.
somewhat.
True. Well, I guess we might as well try dunking on some menials then.
Okay. So you would like to... How would you like to go about this?
I'd like to find the biggest, toughest, and most muscly looking menial possible and try and take him down.
Okay. How will you get close enough to him? Effectively, you
I'll
have
use the
a shallow, swampy pond covered by a sheet of ice about yay big. And you have ground which sort of has smaller depths, often with some frozen liquid at the bottom of them, that surrounding that.
Mm-hmm.
So really the
Could I
question comes
use-
down to you could approach on the ground, you could approach on the ice, or you could try and approach under the ice.
What would be what would be a role to do under the ice? I guess toughness.
Yeah, I would make that a toughness test to see if you take essentially fatigue from oxygen starvation, because that can wear you out pretty fast, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what would would I get bonuses from my gas mask or not? Or I assume not.
You wouldn't. You would have to take it
Yeah.
off to not flood the filter, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Then could I try and approach above the ice?
So just sort of flatten yourself out under the cameline cloak and sort of pull yourself along.
Basically.
Okay. Make an agility test with stealth.
Everyone?
Jackalore.
Okay.
Because unless you wish to go at the same time as him and grab someone else.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. How would you like to approach this?
We still need someone for the tech priest as well, because they need his disguise as well, since they can't wear the imperial robes due to there not being any tech
Yeah.
priests around.
Here's the thing. I'm a fucking tech priest. I'm more suspicious if I swap out my...
Not if you're hiding your augments, unless you have like mechadendrites. Wait, you have mechadendrites? Shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have 3 giant fucking mechadendrites.
How are we supposed? Well, the two of us could be workers, and we can hide him in a barrel that like we take charge of.
True. I can carry him, so it's fine.
That is true. You could.
Okay. So you want to grab yay menials for yourselves. Jackalore's
Mm-hmm.
approaching on the ice. What about you, Boo?
Is there any chance I could do it without having to basically be underwater all the time?
There might be pockets. Who knows what they're filled with under the ice?
True.
And
Fuck it, I'll do the same as Jackalore.
Okay.
Hey, that's better.
All right. So you're moving together. Go ahead and make me a flat stealth roll.
Wait, with the chameleon line.
Yes, with the chameleon.
Okay.
Okay. Versus a crew rating of 30.
Whew.
So, Jackalore, you move across, and it's almost easy. He comes out with 2 other menials, rips up bunches of stuff, just shoves them into their arms, and keeps ripping up more. As the other 2 walk away, the guards are kind of bored, they're not paying that much attention. rise up behind him as a ghost, arms wrap around him, and just sort of let your boat slip underwater, and just sort of elbow him in the gut to make the air go out as you go under. And you just hold him there until he stops squirming.
Fair. I mean, I do have a knife. Well, not a knife, a chainsword, but
Well, no, that would be what Jackalor does. You were gonna get to, because you're gonna have fun.
yeah, true. Well, let's see this.
So, you stand up, pull him out, just sort of lie on your back, and just pull at the ice with one hand and just drag him with the other, just sort of pull him away with a steady stroke.
Yeah.
One of the guards calls out, "Hey, Bob! If you're gonna go off to have a smoke, let us know, you fucker! You're supposed to keep an eye on you!"
I come out with the low stick.
Oh no, don't joke about that right now. He'll fucking act on it.
True, yeah, that was a joke, by the way.
So, you meanwhile are waiting in a little depression as someone else comes by, and you sort of just grab them by the ankles and pull them down. They slam face first into the stone. You just hold them there so they don't make a sound. And one of the guards goes, "Huh? What was... Hey, where did John go? What the fuck is going on?" What would you like to do? It seems like they noticed something. John is currently going in the stone next to you as you're holding him down.
Break his fucking neck.
Yeah, just like
Just drowned him in
Okay,
the...
make a strength check with... I'm gonna give you a plus 30 for him being surprised and unaware.
oh,
Okay,
it's enough. Shush.
it's enough. John is dead. They don't notice the cracking sound.
How will they notice? It's underwater.
Oh no, you're not out on the lake.
okay,
You're,
I get
you're
you, I get
approaching
you, I
from
get you.
land,
Yeah.
as far as I
Yeah,
understand.
I get you.
so.
I get you.
But sort of cover John with your cloak and wait. Make another stealth check for me with -10 this time because they are actively looking for John and Bob. Meanwhile, Jackalor, you have stripped Bob and are pulling on his stuff. It's fucking wet.
So was my other stuff.
Luckily, the thick rubber gloves and the apron will cover some of your natural muscles, if not... even if some of them will still be visible at close inspection.
God damn, Bob, you ripped. I didn't notice.
So, what would you like to do? The guards seem to have noticed that John and Bob are gone off to have a smoke somewhere.
I'm going to go back to work with a lit slow stick.
I mean, yeah, I was assuming to do this.
One of the guards just goes, "Gods fucking damn it, Bob! Next time I'll fucking shoot you!" How do you respond? Yeah, fuck you too!
And before Chris is like, wait, that's not how Bob acts.
No, that was how I was gonna catch you, but that is close enough to how I imagined Bob acting that he passed.
Thought begets heresy. Bob knew his thing.
So, I assume you just start shoving more of the stuff in the arms of people who approach, just ripping it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a luck roll.
Oh god.
Died my soul.
Hey!
18.
The Emperor's light shines upon me tonight.
One of them mutters something about fucking finally he gets it. As you apparently start ripping out the right stuff.
Suddenly, his work efficiency increases.
Threefold, no less.
Hmm.
Bob's up for promotion.
Okay, yeah, we figured that out. But one thing we still need to figure out is how the fuck to get that mechanical motherfucker.
So,
He's a smart boy. He can think for himself. Oh wait,
yeah,
he's a
but if
tech
he...
beast. He doesn't think for himself.
Yeah, true.
so did you kill Bob or did you leave Bob tied up? He had swallowed a bit of water and was definitely out cold when you left him. Did you just leave him naked on the snow?
I would have given my old clothes to him.
Okay.
And some rations to be brought with us.
Okay.
But preferably, I'd have tied him up so at least so long that he takes a bit before he gets away.
So, what do you do with John?
I mean, he's dead.
Just drag
Can
the
I
body.
shove him under the ice? Like under the water somewhere?
It would take you further into line of sight of the guards because they have a clear view of the hall.
Yeah.
Where
Okay,
you
okay.
are, you're kind of in a shadow. You would have an easier time dragging him away slowly.
Yeah, then I would do that as well.
So you carefully drag him away. Jinzia, one of them at least has returned with a body.
Well done.
I notably would not have a microbead on me because, it kind of gets noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And presuming you had microbeats for the infiltration, so you're leaving a cache here with your stuff that the essentially the people who stay behind will pick up when you take off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jackalor, how's your deceive?
Fuck all.
You can take a plus 50 on this because you have very well infiltrated the situation. But there's still eyes on you, and people who knew Bob relatively close to you.
Oof. Emperor, guide my path. Oh my fucking god, I actually deceived someone!
So, you continue grunting to most of the things asked of you. Apparently that's the right call. Bob, are you coming to the card game tonight? Yeah, well, if you come, bring some booze this time, don't be a bitch. Yeah, fuck you too, Bob.
Yeah, we're looking good. We're also been pretty good so far.
So what would you two like to do? Apparently Zarko of all people is in. You can see him working in the distance.
I have 23 fellowship! What is intelligence? How the fuck am I doing this?
Hey, I have 22 fellowship.
Wait, isn't that like
The only person who knows how to talk here is the fucking tech priest.
I'll usually let my gun do all the talking.
This is like watching three barbarians run an infiltration mission.
Hey, at least barbarians can have good charisma.
True.
So I presume you're gonna dress in the uniform of the John.
Yep.
Okay, what next?
I would like to, if I can, make it seem I didn't really leave, like they just didn't notice me.
Okay. Make it deceive with agility for me. I'll give you a plus 30.
I can't roll the sea with agility, so I should just roll agility with plus 10.
Yes. And leaving Jinzia on her own.
I'm gonna reroll.
I think whatever. Don't. Oh my god, yes.
So, the overseer, when he knows you, yells you, "Where the fuck were you, John?" You sort of point at the other shuttle and the barrels. He just, "Well, get the fuck on with it, we're behind schedule!" Jinzia, what do? They've left you.
I'll wait for the guards to change, and then try sneaking in.
Okay. It's boring, grueling work. You're essentially pulling out seaweed and shoving it into barrels for hours.
As long as we get paid.
Wait, what? We don't get paid for this. This is
I know.
menial.
I know.
So, the
You
shift
get
change
paid in
comes.
menial labor food.
You see the overseer just pull out a little packet and go.
I still have that dose of Obscura.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, all I'm
What about-
saying is it's easier to apply Obscura to someone who's not a tech priest.
I do have. Did I ever get that stem I asked for?
Was that requisition you were going for?
Yeah.
Right. Was it? Is it below average?
I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it's scarce.
Sure, you can have like 2 doses of stim for without needing to roll for it.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Jinzia, the shift change arrives. Some of the guards are stumbling out, grumbling about fucking ferals. Others are going to sleep. The overseer, you just see him in the distance, leaning down, doing something, then standing up straighter again. How would you like to go about sneaking in? And where do you put your cameline cloaks, by the way?
Could I try and hide it with agility?
Okay,
On my
so
body?
yours is concealed on your body, loot.
Can I try to hide mine?
Okay, so concealed on your body. Jinzia, back to you. How are you going in?
Is he going to hide in the barrel?
I'd probably try sneaking towards one of the barrels that the other two are working on, so that there's less chance of one of the workers actually seeing me.
Okay. Okay.
While using the Cameline cloak, obviously.
Make a stealth check. I'll give you a plus 20 in this case.
So, plus 20, and then I've got the Cameline cloak, so that's plus 40.
Plus 40 total, yeah. You rolled survival.
You rolled survival.
God damn it. Clicked the wrong fucking one.
F. Okay.
Nice.
Suddenly, when you are told to move one of the barrels and exchange it for a new one, Bob, Jinzy is there going psst, psst, psst. Just you motion to her when no one's looking. She just sort of jumps in the barrel and hunkers down.
Then I carry the barrel anyway.
So
Well, probably not.
she jumps into the empty one. Would you like to pick up more seaweed from the lake and dump it on top of her, or would
Good
you?
idea.
Or would you like to take some
Yeah,
from
that's
the
what's
already
planned.
full barrel, which is less risky, but if they notice one of them isn't quite full after the fact, questions may be asked.
What would be
Throw
the
it on
check
me.
to
Throw it on
put? What would be the check to put stuff from the water into the barrel?
Oh, that would be... Either way, this is going to be a luck roll to see if someone notices. I'm going to say the margins are going to be... And the results are going to be somewhat different if it fails.
Toss it on me. Come on.
Let's try to. You want to play safe, guys?
Yeah,
Toss it
I
on
get
me, goddammit.
Yeah, we'll take it from the other barrel or another barrel. Put it on top.
Okay, so you cover Jinzia. The other barrel ends up being about half full at the end of it. It fucking reeks! Oh, it reeks! It's a wet Pungles. Well, you know how when autumn turns really rainy and really shitty, it's that times 10? Like in a dank forest, the smell is surrounding you, you can taste it on the back of your throat.
That's disgusting. I love it.
Just think to yourself, for the Emperor,
Roll a luck die, Adolphus.
please.
May the Emperor bless you.
This sword goes horribly wrong.
Yeah,
No.
29.
pretty good.
The Overseer is over by the other shuttle, chewing someone out, so you're able to fill this barrel. He just sort of looks at the barrels that have been filled faster than he expected, looks at the four of you in that work group and just goes, okay, you four, notes down, you're not losing your rum ration tonight. So, as the early morning light rises over the horizon, and the guards notice the 3 polar bears that have been watching them in the night and have a nasty the shuttles are loaded and the ships take off, heading back towards the trader's vessel with an extra cargo in the hold.
The most dangerous cargo.
Most of the workers take the opportunity to sort of pass out, leaning back, sort of just... I want all of you to take a point of fatigue for me, because you have been awake and some of you working physical labor for a while. In fact, the 2 of you that have been actively working throughout the night, not just sneaking in and sitting still, roll toughness to not take an extra point of fatigue. Okay, then you're at 2. It has been exhausting. You can see why the people are passing out, and you only worked for about half of what they did without break. But you're heading up. Now to roll for their pilot and see if she manages to fuck ya.
Oh God.
You're still going through the minefield. So, luckily for
Nice.
you,
Oh, she critted.
she is a very good pilot. And it's a smooth ride, smoother than the one of you that has been down before expected. And before you know it, there is the sound of clang, 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 clang. Okay, everyone through the radiation detector. Prepare for unloading. You slugs, wake the fuck up! Down on the planet, Bob chews through his restraints and wonders where the ships went.
He'll be polar bear food soon enough.
Yeah, he's met a fate worse than death, being stranded on a planet where there's not a single human being.
Well,
Well, he thinks there's ferals.
That just makes it worse.
So, here on the ship, there are more people who expect things of you. You have, however, made yourselves part of the work crew. They have accepted you as one of their own. I'm gonna need another set of deceives with plus 40 this time, because at some point you're gonna have to take the gas masks off.
Deceive with what?
Plus 40.
Fellowship, I'm guessing.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Oh.
reroll that.
Come on, 100. Make Daddy proud.
Yes! Okay.
Good luck, Jackalore.
Guide me through the darkness. Oof.
Fate point time.
I don't have 8 points left.
Yeah, I'm just glad I have 4.
So, Jinzia.
Wait, you have lucky on your Camellia line.
He already used that.
Yeah, I'll use
Ah, okay. I get you.
it. I only had one base fate point anymore.
Oh. Okay,
Jinzia.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give me a stealth roll at plus 60? It maxes out at plus 60, unfortunately, but that's to see if you're able to stay still enough and quiet enough through all the jostling and unloading.
Nice.
Okay.
That's with the Cameline cloak. Should it be without?
No.
60 is max, so you don't add an 8. You don't add 20 to the 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be
So
plus
it's
60
wrong.
total.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
Still good.
Jackalore. There is an overseer and the captain of the guard contingent, the Ardsman contingent that went down. They pull you aside. Worker, which crew are you with? Where the fuck is Bob? You know that trading shifts is forbidden. Where is Bob?
How hard would it be to just punch them both and then run away?
There's a lot of people here. It's the middle of an unloading procedure. There's like 50 people if you count all the menials currently working.
I'm a high worlder, so I can run through crowds.
Yes, I'm just saying that it would be noticed.
Very noticed. So you can actually try to see, buddy.
I have a 3% chance in deceive.
Tell me what
You have
you
a
tell
bonus.
them.
He said he'd give me his rum ration. Well, granted, I think that's what he meant.
Oh,
The shock baton with the strange configuration comes out, and you just see it rising towards your face. Would you like to attempt to dodge?
No.
no, try and dodge it.
No,
try and
that's-
dodge it. It's
no,
less
that's a good
suspicious if you
idea.
try.
No, it isn't. It's more suspicious if he tries to dodge.
Yeah, especially with my synth muscle, it would be noticeable how I'm handle white.
Okay. Does that deal any damage to you?
Oh yes.
Okay.
7.
Then shocking kicks in. Because
By the way, in all of this commotion, can I use it to just like sneak away to try and do the? Because at this point he's on his own. His cover's blown. I can't do anything.
you know,
Well, not.
your cover is fine, and no one's even really paying that much attention to what's going on. This seems to be a normal occurrence. He has angered the overseers somehow.
Yeah, this isn't.
So a couple of guys
The
glance
cover
at
isn't
his
blown quite.
direction, a couple of them smirk, as he just sort of laid on the ground with a assertion of authority. So shocking. So make a challenging toughness test. If you fail, you suffer 1 level fatigue and are stunned.
Emperor, protect my flesh. No.
Nice.
Stunned for a number of rounds equal to half his degrees of failure, rounding up. So, what you see, Loot, is him just say something to them, start to become more animated, try to explain, then you see the shock baton come out and whack! And he's on the ground going, and they just walk away from him. When you come to, Sarkov, you just see the boots in your field of vision stepping away from you going to look for Bob.
Okay, so now's my time to just run the fuck away.
No, slowly move away.
Well, not run the fuck away, but like stealthily make my escape.
Okay. Make me a stealth check with -20 in this case.
So +10.
Cameline Cloak doesn't apply. He doesn't really have the ability to take it out without being noticed.
Gotcha.
That's 80% chance to succeed. That's simple.
I can't make out what you're saying. Please repeat.
Yeah, I can't make that roll. It's a 15% chance.
Okay. Then you would like to get back to work.
Kinda. Just
Okay.
wait for a opportune moment to escape.
Okay. Well, then loading gets done, and the overseer orders you to report back to your assigned berths and take your rest, because he expects you to be ready for your next shift in about 4 hours, even if you are behind schedule. No fucking excuses, work needs to be done. And at this point, you have several options. The cargo hold does have armsmen in it, but you can sort of linger towards the back of the crowd and circle back to hopefully free Jinzia. You can follow to the crew quarters and try and meld with the work crew. Or you can try and go somewhere else on the ship. At this point, you are not excessively watched. There's obviously going to be the occasional group of armsmen in the corridors, but generally speaking, if you're not missing for shift, it doesn't look like they're paying that much attention for you. The important part being that you work when you're supposed to be working. So, you two are able to meet up. What would you like to do?
Well, let's try and get Jinzia out and then find a way to get to where they're keeping the Man of Iron.
Yeah, do our mission essentially. Because we have 4 hours before they're like,
You're not actually on the work list, but they will miss Bob and John.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They will notice someone is missing.
And they already know Bob is already gone for a bit since I was noticed.
Yeah.
So in terms of weaponry and what you can have with you, you're kind of limited by Jinzia's carrying capacity, because the stuff you could have brought with you would be in the barrel with her.
Cool. Jinzia, how much can you carry?
27.
Cool. So you can keep a 6.5 kilo sniper rifle on you.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Well, 27 is the total. How much do you have open carrying capacity? I assume at least that's your total.
How much does a cameline cloak weigh?
It's like 2 or 3. Autogun
And
is
robes are like
5.
2 or
No,
3.
chameleon coke is like half a kilo, I think.
Okay. So what of the stuff you have on your sheet are you bringing with you? You have a multi and combi tool, and you have a silenced hand cannon listed. I assume the hand cannon is coming with.
The hand cannon, loot's cloak, my robes, combi tool, and the multi-key. I know that the combi tool is 1
No,
kilo.
I have my
I
cloak.
know
I have my
that...
cloak on me.
Well, one
No,
of the
you
cloaks.
have the Archaeotech one.
Yeah, he
No, I
has
have
the
the
Architect one.
Oh, I have the Archaeotech one now.
Well,
Yeah.
you have the best quality.
Gotcha.
I have the one with Lucky on it.
Yeah, I have a
I don't
best
care which
quality
one of you
Okay,
has which.
so roughly about 20 kilos of equipment you can stuff in the barrel with Jinzia. We're gonna say it's something like that.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Um,
I'll keep a last pistol with you, but that's under photon flash grenade.
I'll just do the sniper rifle.
Okay. No melee weapons,
Do you have a
Jackal, or?
medikit?
I do not have a medikit at all.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd bring the medikit as well then. Yeah, only the stuff that has actual weight listed is what I'm taking with me.
You're gonna force me to check. List it quickly. What do you have?
Servant uniform, medikit, lamp pack, one photon flash grenade, and last pistol, 2 last pistol energy packs, and the last pistol,
Okay. Loot.
and the stem.
What are
For
you
me,
bringing with? Yeah.
everything that I need is essentially on me. The chameleon line cloak. That's all I really
Wait.
need. What?
Well, yeah, I also have the Camellia line cloak.
Yeah, but that's on you. And the only thing I would want is a sniper rifle
Okay.
because it is silent.
Yeah.
And I am wearing my own body gloves, so I'm set.
Do you have an Auspex, and does Jinzia have an Auspex?
I don't.
I don't.
Then I'd have to bring my Auspex with me as well.
Assume that the Auspex is with Jinzia then. Because these workers don't really have fancy equipment on them.
Yeah. So the Auspex is with Jinzia. You can add it to your sheet, Jinzia.
No, just you will recover it in a second. Just I need to know that you're.
Okay.
I need you to decide
Yeah.
for yourself what you brought with you.
Because there is weight
Jinzia would have the
constraints.
last pistol and the last pistol energy packs as well as the Auspex then.
Okay.
And the medikit.
Okay, and you have a stab light, a rebreather, a disguise kit, a chain blade, and a sniper rifle. Plus some nades. Okay, so I think you are roughly within the weight limit. Yeah, if you're not bringing the auto pistol and shotgun loot, you're good.
I'm not.
Okay. So, there are, from what you saw, a couple of guards at least staying in the cargo hold to make sure the crew don't steal anything important. Is there a specific way you would like to get to Jinzia, or get past the guards, or dispose of them, or do you just wish to make a stealth roll and see if you can make it to her and recover your stuff and make a plan as a group?
Would we be able to get out our chameleon line cloaks?
Yeah, at this point you can.
Okay, then I vote the stealth op.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'll leave it to him.
So only he is going in to recover Jinzia. Okay?
Yeah, because I'd honestly be a liability.
Go ahead. Make a flat stealth roll.
I would like to reroll that.
Disgusting. Okay.
And there go all 4 of my faith points. God damn.
Jinzia, You feel movement above you. Loot, you start moving the seaweed away, or the fungus, or the moss, or whatever weird hybrid thing it is, and you think you have got to the rock barrel. You go down halfway, and you just see the barrel of an auto pistol pointing out at your face. Yep, this is the right one.
Oh, it's me. It's me.
Oh,
Your robes are stained with a greenish blue gunk.
yay.
But you're in. You're on board the Audax Est. Good job. Now you just need to figure out where to go. They could be somewhere in this cargo hold. Somewhere.
They're probably not gonna keep a man of iron in a cargo.
They could
Yeah, it's
have a
probably
separate
somewhere.
section where they have more guards than this.
Are there any vents nearby?
We're not climbing through the vents. That makes tons of noise.
You could try and access vents. Thank you, Jackalord.
But it's even fucking more difficult for us to sneak around without going into vents, like just being in the open. Especially with a fucking tech priest.
So it can be basically anywhere on the ship.
Tech priests are
No, we
also, well, most of the crew won't recognize them unless they come from a different subcult that has different robes. Tech priests are going to be relatively rare on board the ship, so generally every tech priest is going to know every other tech priest, at least by face, effectively.
Yes, the tech priests will, but the crew won't. So you can avoid the tech priests.
Hello, my brother tech priests. I need access to the warp drive override controls.
Succeeds on the 1% deceive. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I mean, I actually have pretty good deceive for such a thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you sort of toss like a bolt. The guards just go, oh fuck, not again. And go looking in the dark, flashlight shining.
We could take the position of the guards. Me as Arkham.
Just go. Just start searching the ship.
I mean, okay. Do we split up and search? I feel like that'll be.
Actually, we should have Jinzia try and hack into the systems and see if they have a cargo manifest.
If he fucks up, everyone will know we're here.
Now all of the ship knows where you are.
Exactly.
Best hope that they don't have a tech priest as one of the named characters, because that would be fun.
I do agree it is the best option for finding the Man of Iron, but is also very, very rare.
Yeah. What? How good are you at security, Jinzia?
I have 3 ticks in it.
I think
So
Security?
I have a 70% chance flat.
Tech use or security?
Both.
security.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. Yeah, let's have Jinzia try and unnoticeably get into the system and get an idea.
Okay, yeah.
Rough idea what it would be.
I am behind that.
Okay. So, why don't you make a security check? To keep in mind, doing this is going to take a little bit of time. It's going to stay nearly an hour because you have to carefully splice into systems that aren't necessarily welcoming from access points that aren't meant to be access points.
Okay, does the multi-key or compi tool...
The combi tool
combi
will
tool.
give you a +10.
And is there anything else as a modifier, or is it just flat?
The
Oh, no.
9 input unit.
Why would I have a Mind Impulse unit?
You're a tech priest.
So,
Cybernetic.
no,
I don't have one.
just
No.
the multi-key. Oh,
And
not the
if-
multi-key, just the combi tool, I should say.
Yeah, and an interface port, but I'm not using that. So,
Okay. Good luck.
Nice. But it's gonna be contested. Nice.
So, you log in. The screen of it's just like a random storage room. The environmental control, like the thermostat screen, starts displaying the schematics of the ship with security levels. There are a lot of areas that crew needs to have special permission to be in. The ones you might expect, like the main engineering, which is effectively wear a badge that lets the tech priest know where the fuck you're going at all times. People without badges will be shot. Apparently the tech priests here are dicks.
So they're tech priests. Gotcha.
Other than that, there are 3 areas of moderate interest. One, because it might affect how viable it will be to get this ship if it decides to fuck off or fuck with the hammer. It has something known as a stealth shield or an Empyrean mantle. It is fitted with a cloaking device.
is that of Xenos origin?
No?
Empyrean mantle?
Yep. That's a standard Imperial tech. It's just not necessarily often used on Navy or trader ships. As a
Jesus
normal
Christ,
trader.
that's fancy.
Other than that, there are 2 areas that are labeled officers and mechanicum only. The librarian vault and the laboratorium.
I could stake it's in the laboratorium.
Prob.
Other than that, well, there's the small cargo hold, which takes up some space, couple of macro cannon batteries, and the usual slew of normal components. By and large, the ship looks to have been fitted for careful exploration more than combat.
Gotcha.
So yeah, probably our best option is the laboratorium
Definitely.
for the Men of Iron.
Now, sneaking in there when it's Mechanicum and officers only is going to be a bit difficult, but
Can I look at the crew manifest?
Sure, there's a couple of hundred people that fit under the billing of officers, about 400 or 500 armsmen, about 30 or so mechanicum, nobody that stands out as particularly senior, the usual slew of engineers, and about 15,000 menials of various kinds and servitors.
Okay.
we can
So there's-
disguise Jinzi as a servitor.
There's only 30 tech priests on board?
Hmm.
The laboratorium is fairly large. We might be able to avoid them if we move quickly enough.
That is true, but getting in there is going to be difficult.
Does the manifest have, like, ID pictures or anything like that?
The multi-key will get us in there if Jinzia rolls well enough.
It might, but you don't necessarily have the level of access established through this to get the full crew dossiers. you have like a junior officer's access at most. So you can see the deck plans, you can see the security levels assigned to areas, etc., that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try getting into the laboratorium and check some console there to see if they have anything internally for storage.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess we'll have to try it then.
How would you like to go towards the laboratorium? Stealth or bold as you will?
If there's only 30 tech priests on board, I really have no purpose in trying to be too stealthy.
Would you like to try and make the stains on your robes a little less obvious?
Yes, I would love to try and get them wrung out of fucking robes.
Hey, Zarkov can do that with a synth muscle.
Okay, you have a disguise kit. So
Yeah, that's so true.
give me a tech use and take another +10 on this to see if you can improvise some kind of a heating mechanism to dry them out and get rid of the crap without destroying the robes.
So just +10, huh? Okay.
Nice.
Okay, the robes look pristine. You're not gonna have any problems passing as a legit tech priest.
Wonderful. Oh.
So, you head up to the laboratorium. The crew members here, they kind of, they don't look suspicious, but they definitely, well, a couple of them do a double take when they see a tech priest down here, but most of them just go when they see you pass with 2 menials and Tau. You two see a couple looks thrown in your direction like, you poor sods.
Makes sense. We're going to be experimenting.
And,
I look like I will be an experimented on.
And you approach the laboratorium. Now here, there is a security checkpoint. It looks like a junior officer with 4 armsmen and 4 servitors. Based on what you read, it should be half that. Which is both a good sign and a bad, because this might actually be under reinforced security right now, which is a very good sign, but it's more trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we going to get past?
What kind of technology are they using to detect if they have anyone has weapons or something on them, if any? Jinzia?
Servitors are probably doing facial recognition.
There is also like a effectively like an arc of something that looks like a metal detector, so presumably an Auspex scan is in the works.
Mm-hmm. Can we,
can go there.
since we saw the map of the layout of the ship, can we find a alternate route into the laboratorium, like through a ventilation, well, not ventilation, but like through maintenance hatches and such?
You
Presumably.
could attempt it, but yeah, you can attempt it. You have no idea what the protocols on the ship are. So, you would like to use, I assume, secure, just sort of wear off, like, nope, we were going somewhere else.
Yeah. We'll just walk past that hallway.
Okay. You do that. Give me a security roll. Flat, the multi-key applies, and that I think gives you a +20.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. So, It
Did they
seems that
botch their security?
I'm gonna tell you what you find.
Fun.
So, the air smells strange when you open this hatchway. And, well, the way should be clear. The system, you're pretty sure, has been disconnected. As you lean
Put on
in,
the gas mask just to be sure.
as you lean in, you nearly have a heart attack. There are two very light figures in dark red armor huddled in the vent. The walls are riddled with the expended shuriken ammunition as the Eldari boarding party desperately tried to make their way out of where they were sealed.
Ah. Do they have anything on them?
Not anymore. The
Fair
guns might be repairable and function as a poor quality shuriken catapult. They do have Eldar swords, which are essentially +1 swords, which seem semi-intact. Other than that, it looks like they tried to shoot and blast their way out of here with grenades, which might explain why this area was so easy to hack. It seems like one of the blasts managed to fry a lot of the wiring going through here.
I might pick up an Eldar sword. It's slightly... No, it's not better than my punching, really.
So, effectively, you have
Well, we're going
discovered
into a
two things.
laboratory.
They had repaired their ship shittily at some point, and they fought Eldar at some point in their short career.
At least they killed them. It's on them.
Two spirit stones glow softly in the darkness.
Does anyone have Forbidden Lore Eldar?
I have hatred, Eldar.
Okay! Make a willpower check at +20 for me, please. Okay, you see Jinzia tense when she peers inside. Then just slowly lean out 5 seconds later. You managed to restrain yourself. You can tell them what's in there.
There are Eldar.
Are they alive?
Long dead. Most likely due to oxygen deprivation.
Let's make our way through past here and get into the laboratorium, okay?
Roger that.
Okay, so good news and bad. There are none of the usual security devices you might expect in these vents. Nor are any of the usual signals sent to the engineerium or the bridge that this conduit has been opened. Bad news is, there are two deep gouges in the laboratorium side of the vent, and you realize that this conduit has been armored with separate sections sealed off, leaving only enough room for the actual wiring to pass through. And the wiring of this door is damaged. You think you can still access it, but it's going to be harder on this side, because they did a number on it trying to break through in their desperation.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or making a lot of
Damn
noise by having
Eldar.
Zarkov pull it apart.
I'm gonna say
I don't
that
think I can pull it apart physically.
He-
It's even with 8 stone bombs, that's not happening.
he could do it with his power sword given some time.
Yeah, but I don't have them with me.
Yep. So, yeah, you're pretty good at security. I'm gonna say this is a -20.
I mean, okay.
The multi-key makes it flat.
Alright. Well, we'll try security and, okay.
Nice.
That's really good.
Okay. You wire it in. fucking incompetent losers relying on automated sensors. Beep!
I'm happy we brought Jinzi along.
Okay, you make
really
your
am.
way inside the next section of the conduit. You believe you're within the bounds of the laboratorium now. I want everyone to make awareness with plus 20. Auspex adds a further plus 20 to this. Whichever one of you has it currently.
That would have been me then.
Yeah, no, it's you.
Okay. Lut, you have been in a ship. You know what to watch for. This time it's not a fucking servo skull. But there's just this... Yeah, you think that's the edge of a pict recorder watching the next section up? Possibly tied to a motion sensor of some kind.
Stop.
Oh?
You notice it now as well, Jackalor.
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, that's just to be expected. Jinzi, can you deal with that? Like open up a maintenance panel and disable it temporarily?
I'm not sure. I guess I could try. But I think there's a better way to go about this.
Oh?
You could try and disable it, but you would have to hack into the system to shut it off from that side, because it's kind of set up in a way that it's more easily accessible from outside the conduit for obvious reasons. So you'd have to step out into a hallway and find another console, which might or might not be risky.
I have to ask, by the way. Does it have something similar to Presence that lets it see through our Camellia line?
You don't know. It might. Depends on how much he was
Jinzi
willing
try?
to spend on... You see
Yeah.
the business end of a camera. You don't know what filters are on it.
Fair enough.
And you see it from the side, like the black edge of a lens. You know?
Okay.
If you went up there and looked into it, you would probably be able to tell. So you have two alternatives. You can backtrack and attempt security, which will be easier. Or you can attempt to open up enough paneling and access enough wiring to maybe send some kind of a fake signal. Or like, you know, essentially try and hack it through physical access. But that's going to be harder.
Is
We
it
should honestly try it.
is it a fixed camera or is it moving?
It's not moving currently.
But it does have motion sensor attached, so it can.
Presumably.
I do agree with Jack, but I think physically trying to access it would be better.
You can also attempt, in theory, to find a blind spot and sort of crawl around it, and that would be an agility-based stealth. And that might also work, but there's not that much room in a vent as this, so that would be an interesting proposition.
I think we should try hacking it and swapping out its actual image with a loop of its current image.
Yeah, give it
So
a
when
few.
we go by, it just looks like it's looking down a fucking hallway with nothing going on.
Yeah, but then we'd have to go back and do it because we can't do it physically. No.
You could try and do it physically as well, but
Yeah.
it essentially you can try the same thing as you would by hacking it, but doing it physically would be much harder.
Well, if we have to set the image to loop, we should probably go head back and do it then. Because even for you, it would be tough to do it without while doing it physically.
Yeah, but that's the thing. What if we pop out of the vent and there's just like people going like across?
You pop out of the vent, 4 shotguns in your face. Hello,
Essentially,
bitch!
yeah.
Whirlwind of death!
With your fists?
Yes, with my fists.
He knows
Twice.
Kung Fu, bro.
Servants, drag the Eldari corpses out.
Wow. Okay, so where are you going? Back? Past?
Um,
Carving open the wall.
I mean,
I
I
feel
guess
like
we
all
could-
of us don't have to go back. Only the Jinzia has to.
Yeah, but someone has to guard Jinzia.
Do you though? Is she essential?
Yes, she's essential.
No, but the only thing we have to guard Jinzia from would be other tech priests.
Yes, and they notice that something's up.
They point at each other. Heretic!
Yeah. So yeah, I should go. At least I should go with Jinzia, and then you stay here and watch in case some.
I mean, how
someone
far
comes.
would I have to go outside from this air duct?
Well, completely.
You would have to go outside the air duct and essentially find another console that's sort of out of the way enough that you can hack it in peace.
So pretty far.
Yeah.
Depends on how much traffic is here, honestly.
Let's try for that anyway. It's worth a shot.
All right, fine. We'll try for.
I'll stay in here because if they catch you, they're not going to be paying attention to no sense.
True.
Yeah, we'll just close the air vent behind you.
Okay,
Have fun dying.
Adolphus, go ahead, make a security check. This is gonna be flat and the plus 20 from the multi-key applies. Jacklor, make a luck roll to see how good the spot you find is.
Emperor, may my actions be just, my thoughts pure. 50.
50.
Okay.
That's on the good. That's on the good side of 50, right?
Yeah, it is actually. 51 would be on the bad side of 50.
See, it kind of is affected also by how long it takes her to hack.
I was gonna re-roll anyway.
Go ahead
I'll
then.
spend the fate point for it.
Come on, 100. Give me that bread.
Better.
Okay. You managed to do as you intended, and you just replace the panel, start screwing it on when you hear footsteps. And would you like to leave now or finish replacing the panel?
You
How
could,
far along was I with replacing the panel?
You have 2 of the 4 screws fully inserted, the third partway through. The fourth is still out.
just leave it
I
there.
think we'll leave it, yeah.
No one's going to be looking for individual screws on parallel
Unless it's
lines.
Mechanicus, that's the problem.
They are Mechanicum, but we don't have a choice. We can't get caught here.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It's a 30 in 1500 chance it's Mechanicum. I think that's pretty low.
No, that's pretty likely because there's all the other only the Mechanicum going through here. Really.
We're just outside the laboratory.
you're not
so
that far off, yeah. Do you wish slip away or stay? You're sure you can get the
slip
screws
away.
in before anyone enters this room if they're coming here, if you stay. If you slip away, you're gonna need to make a stealth check with a plus 10. Do not be
We
seen
still
leaving.
have our Cameline cloaks, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let's make the stealth check and try and get away.
Let's screw them in and then hunker down in like a corner with our Cameline cloaks.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
you're the boss.
you screw them in. Zarkov, you hear the steps stop outside the door, and the door starts hissing open. You two can dive for cover. Make stealth with base of -20, both of you.
I'm assuming without the cameline cloak or with?
The cameline cloak applies, so you
Yeah,
would be
but-
rolling flat, I believe.
Yeah, I would be flat. Oh god.
Oh no.
So you kind of both go, unless one of you wish to reroll.
I can't reroll. I don't have any fate points left.
Delphus.
No, just save it. Just don't bother.
Yeah,
You'll have to
I'm
fight
not
this
going
anyway.
to reroll.
So you try to dive for a hidden position, and you kind of end up being caught sort of in the middle of a step that it was obvious you were heading for like a bunch of crates with the cameline cloak over you. And there's just a dude in red robes with 2 servitors behind him watching. I do not understand, sister. I have been assigned to diagnose this console. Explain your presence.
You
How
are
tough
in
does he
error.
look?
He looks like a nerd.
Okay, I'm gonna charge him and punch him.
Don't.
Too
I
late.
have deceived, motherfucker.
Too late. He already declared it. Jacklord, go ahead, make your charge. He counts a surprise, take your +30.
No aim. Charge. 30.
And this is with a neck chop, I assume.
Oh!
You flagellation of heretic.
Jacklord, what are you doing to that poor nerd?
I don't have lightning attack, but I'm still gonna roll my damage. Oof.
Oh my god.
Is he stunned? Or does he take a low fatigue or whatever?
Okay, so I need to check, but I'm pretty sure. So, effectively, you come in, you chop at his neck, he turns his head, and your hand is just, hits something metallic. He just sort of staggers backwards. Intruders! Just shocked. So, both of you, you may... No, that's loot. You may place yourself on the map and roll initiative, because at this point, it's kind of gonna matter
God fucking damn it.
how swiftly you are able to silence this, and how quietly.
Okay.
So, he has a soak of 3, so you did 6 damage with that.
That means he takes fatigue.
Actually, no, he would have taken 5, that's it.
Yeah, he takes 1 level of fatigue if it's more than his toughness bonus.
Okay. Repair servitor. Ah yes, shit initiative.
Hey, I'm still better than them.
Jinzia.
Well, here I go. 12.
Okay. Jinzia, you're up first. He has already called out, but not at the top of his lungs. It was just a raising his voice, not outright screaming for help.
You could. I'd suggest you deal with the servitors.
Okay, first I want to deal with this. Robes are just 1 coverage for armor
Yes.
on all body parts, right? So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What type of servitors does he have?
They don't look like combat models to you.
They're just basic labor servitors. Okay.
You would have to roll a lore of some kind and take a moment to look them over, essentially, if you wanted to tell. I'm gonna say that this is going on too quickly to be able to really do that unless you spend a turn, on studying them. But they don't look like one of the scary combat models, you can tell that much.
I guess I'll use my hand cannon.
Okay.
That can cause a lot of noise. Those things are loud.
He does have it
He has a
silenced, but
silencer.
you're not that far from a checkpoint.
Well, if the checkpoint did hear him raising his voice to say intruder,
No,
they
he
are
didn't
probably
raise
not
his
going to hear.
voice that much. He didn't shout it.
He was
raised
just
his voice.
shocked. He
Intruder.
hasn't started yelling like a bitch yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Also, remember what
Honestly,
we were told not to kill anyone important.
This guy might be important since he's take list.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to just punch him to unconsciousness.
You're assuming he has enough health not to die from that. He's a nerd.
Can I hold my punches back so that I don't kill him?
You can choose to deal the 1d5 damage instead of the 1d10. So that will make this last significantly longer. Otherwise, I think as part of a grapple, I would let you just hold him silent and just slowly choke him out, but that would make you vulnerable to the servitors coming after you.
What sort of mechadendrites do I see he has offhand?
Honestly, doesn't seem like he has any. He seems to be a pretty junior guy.
Honestly, just disable the servitors and we're good.
If he was a junior guy, y'all could have bluffed him, but never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna bluff him, but then he punched him in the fucking face.
This is time of action, not words.
Okay, so keep in mind you have to spend half an action to draw the weapon because you didn't have it out.
Exactly the opposite.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my weapon. I'll approach and try and knock him out with my utility mechadendrite.
No, you're supposed to attack the servant. I have this guy handled. Don't worry about
Okay, so what does your... I think the utility mechadendrite counts as a knife with a 1d5 rending damage.
You're just gonna kill
No,
him.
it's 1d... it's 10 plus 2 impact.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking about the manipulator one.
Yeah.
That's the utility one, yeah.
Nope.
I have Medicaid one as well, but
I'm gonna check, but the manipulator one is different from the utility. Utility is for fine repair work. Manipulator is a big ass lifter arm.
Yeah, the manipulator is 1d10 plus 2. The utility is a 1d5 rending with pen 2.
so I mixed them up. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I have my Medicaid mechadendrite.
Just try and attempt to disable them.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and disable the fucking servitor.
Okay, how? It's not exactly presenting the back of its skull for easy access.
Oh shit, I forgot you need that.
I'll go at it with the utility mechadendrite.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
It has
You said
defensive
it
quality.
was...
It does the defensive quality, so it's a minus 15 or 20 to hit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, utility. With the defensive quality, they inflicts 1d5.
He also has the Medicaid one. That doesn't have the defensive quality, so he's fine.
Okay.
So, You have to move up, so that's half action. So it's a... You can't charge... Actually, no, you could charge it. So you can take a plus 20 if you charge it. On weapon skill.
And that would be the only modifier then?
I think so. You have a reroll saved, right?
Yeah, I do. But do I really want to spend it on that?
You have to break your Macadam right though, in case of knockers.
Yeah, I guess I'll fuck it.
Okay. Zarkov.
Lightning attack with my fists. I'll reduce the damage to 1d5.
I think the normal attack, the non-damaging, was 1d5 minus 3, plus whatever your strength bonus is.
What's your strength bonus?
8.
So that's still plus 5.
Yeah, go for it, man. Just go for it as is.
Let me check. 1d5 minus 3, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your lightning attack.
No aim.
Pound his white ass.
Lightning. That's 3 hits.
Yes. Should be. Okay, so you fall on him and in your fury just unleash. He needs to be silenced. And he is silent. You see him choking on his own blood. Teeth flying everywhere as he collapses under your blows. The repair servitor, next to Jinzia, attempts to fist her with the servo fist. Misses. Jackalor, you see the servitor on the right lower its laser cutter arm at you, brace it with the servo fist, and fire.
I'm probably gonna get fucked by this, yeah.
You can attempt to dodge this. I'm gonna say there is enough stuff in here that you could try and just jump behind something.
Yeah, I'll dodge that.
Go, go, go.
Emperor, protect me from all that threatens your empire. Nice! I actually dodged it.
Okay. You dive behind boxes and something hits you in the head. You realize that it's the top half of the boxes, and looking in the direction where the beam went, you can see a deep gash in the metal wall and metal running down it.
Wait, what? That's 22 damage!
This is an industrial grade cutter for disassembling starship parts, as necessary.
Holy shit. Fucking servitors are dangerous as fuck.
Some are.
See, you should have taken the hint when I told you he had to brace it. The acolyte is on the ground, slowly choking on his own blood. He doesn't get a turn. Jinzia, what do?
I think I'd like to run back into the room and behind shit. After seeing that display of
If you melee
holy
them,
crap.
they can't fire their weapon.
The problem is
And I'm
I'd
with
be
melee.
meleeing 2 of them at once without any
No,
help.
I can melee the other one. They're far enough apart. In fact, I prefer to melee both of them myself.
Okay, I'll take on the laser cutter one.
No, you're taking on the guy that you're already fighting. You're
And getting my ass shot while you're fucking
No,
around?
I act before the servitors.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine. I'll melee this one again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. You take a... If you're... Yeah, I assume you're gonna half aim, so that's plus 20 to weapon skill again.
Okay. And that would be the only modifier again.
I think so, yeah.
What the fuck?
My character is not made for fucking melee combat. Can you tell?
Okay.
Yeah, but these rolls. I guess that's our luck running out.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. You sort of slip on the blood as you're setting yourself for the blow and you stumble backwards. The servitor does not hit you, but you're no longer engaged in melee with it.
Great.
Zarkov.
I'm going to charge both of these servitors and engage them both in melee due to having 2 weapons.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
I'm going to charge the one that was already attacked. No, the one with the last cutter out. And I will not reduce my damage now.
Okay. So 1 attack each, I'm assuming.
I can only do if I can only do, yes, actually, yeah, I can just half move there and then do standard with Whirlwind of Death.
Yeah, you wouldn't really have enough room to properly charge. Not unless you were at the back of the room, essentially.
And that's the first one.
Okay, he doesn't dodge.
Okay, the second one.
Nice.
Okay, they don't dodge.
Okay, that's I guess I need to roll to confirm.
Yes.
That's still with your fists? That's amazing.
Okay then.
Okay. You reach in, feel a weak spot, twist your arm, reach further in, grab something, and pull out a bunch of wires and guts and toss them to the ground. It just collapses, twitching.
This is what happens when you have sword arms.
That one is of the Yote. The other one, without any emotion on its face, just takes its fist, lines it up, brings it in.
I'll attempt to dodge. Emperor, protect my immortal soul. I dodge it.
Okay, you dodge it. You avoid the fist. Jinzia. What do? It's your turn.
Is the acolyte dead by this point?
You don't know.
Lindsay, can you please check out the acolyte?
You're literally standing on his face right now. She can't.
Fair enough.
Um, I guess I'll move back into combat and try again to attack the servitor. So
Boo! Loot is
I once
carefully
again
listening
miss.
in to the maintenance has just opened just a millimeter, and you just hear. Moving in to investigate now. Clonk, 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 clonk.
There's no one there. I can continue forward.
Okay.
No.
Zarkov, Jinzia has missed with the medical mechadendrite.
I guess it's all up to me then.
But hey,
Lightning
you
round.
have the bonus from us both being in combat with it.
You do get a plus
Actually,
10.
that was- Yeah, I need to add the plus 10. I accidentally jumped through it. No aim. Lightning. 10. Okay. Would it kill this if I rolled this? Let's do the damage first before I roll for the other one.
Yeah, it would kill it. You just see him rain down a flurry of blows on it and just somehow shatter it into pieces. You hear the scream of tormented metal and the cracking of bones, and he just finishes with an elbow to the face, and you see its skull flatten.
I really like unarmed specialist at this point. It's a great trick. It's a great talent.
Yep. I think we need to pull these back in and get
Yeah.
this hallway as clean as possible.
Yeah, pull the bodies into the vents and such.
Oh, you're not in the vents. You would have to cross the corridor and go down a ways to get back to your
Can we hide
vent.
them in the boxes in this room?
The box is sliced in half. Sure, they're nice and open now.
Is the acolyte alive
Yeah,
anyway?
I think
He stopped coughing up blood a few seconds ago.
Jinzia, can you save him? I have medication.
I can try once we're in the room.
Yeah, you pull
We are in the
everything
room.
inside. Go ahead and make a Medicaid check flat. That's because you have Medikit and the Medicaid Mechadendrite is why it's flat. The base is minus 20.
Okay. I'd like to re-roll that.
Okay.
Nice!
Okay. You clean his lungs, staple an artery in his throat shut, shove the bone piece from his jaw roughly back into place where it had pierced said artery. He should be fine until help arrives.
Wonderful.
Oh my fucking god, he just slaughtered 3 people. Oh,
Two,
yeah,
don't be
okay.
two, come on. Well, not even people.
Loot, it sounded like, with the one, it sounded like 2 armsmen heading to investigate and 2 servitors.
Towards them, basically.
The general direction where they went, yep. The camera might or might not be disabled right now.
Yeah. Shit.
And you need to make your way to the main docking bay where your shuttle from the Hammer is docked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now I'm just thinking, how the fuck do I get a Men of Iron out by my fucking self?
We can go. Just wait for us.
Yeah, but company's gonna arrive soon for you. And they will know something's up and they'll be on high alert. So I have to go now.
I mean,
Is
you can
there
try to stop pushing for that man of
is
iron,
there a
sure.
vent in this room?
Not big enough to crawl through. You need, like, in order to travel along them semi-reasonably, you need one of the big boy vents that are like the main passageways for air. And that one is like, Across an intersection down the hall a bit is where you can enter one. By the way, roll awareness. It sounds like something might be coming from that direction.
At what?
Flat.
I'll add plus 20 from my Auspex.
Okay, so you're busy cleaning it up, trying to figure out how to staple it together when you hear from the doorway, "Don't move." You look up. There are 2 combat servitors and 2 armsmen, all pointing weapons in your direction.
So you're telling me they have a chance?
They have you under overwatch, Jackal, if you move.
Armsmen, help me to treat this man. He has been attacked. I'm obviously rolling deceive.
Okay. Roll to see with -40. There is technically a chance, but it's not a good chance.
Holy shit, he did it!
You fucking Chad. Ma'am, what happened here?
I have no idea. I heard him scream intruder, and then there was noise of fighting, and then me and this helper who was
Yep.
assisting me came and checked it out, and I had to treat him. He was critically wounded.
Okay, stay right here, ma'am. We'll get to the bottom of this. Is he safe to move? We have to get him to the infirmary.
I've already closed the wound. He should be okay to move.
My god, it looks like he was beaten by a machine. Did one of the servitors go rogue?
Well, there are like broken bits of servitors, so you could say.
Looks like a manipulator mechanism if there was one.
They look
So
you
I
up
assume
and
they're
down. You, crewman, you look strong. Pick him up. Carefully, man. Carefully.
I pick him up carefully.
Okay, the infirmary is this way. Come along.
So I am doing this alone.
Well, not Jinzia can still help you.
Mistress, I'm gonna call the Magos right now. Just wait right here. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
This
Understood.
is just getting worse and worse.
Jekyllor. Luckily for you, you being splattered with blood and oil makes a lot of sense since you're carrying the wounded tech priest now. However, you are currently on your way to the infirmary. And Jinzia, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle because they seem intent to inform the upper brass about what has happened.
Oh boy. Is any of them staying here with me, or?
One of them is with Zarkov and the wounded tech priest. The other and the 2 essentially combat servitors are staying here because the intruder might still be around.
Oh, great.
So once we're outside the room, I assume I can make my or a bit of ways. I assume I can take my surprise around.
You would have to drop the tech priest or the attack acolyte, and that would likely kill him given the state he's in.
Hit the armsman with the tech priest.
That would definitely kill him.
I'm asking. Well, I do have 2 weapon master. I could technically punch him with my offhand.
You're carrying him like this, very, very carefully.
Fair enough.
Under the shoulders and under the knees, essentially.
Mhm.
You can try and bullshit him and tell him you need a second to rest. But you're essentially heading towards the crew areas of the ship, so you don't have that long before you need to make your move when there are, before.
Yeah, I guess I'll just drop him. Unless he counts as important according to their minions.
You don't know how senior he is and how much they will care.
This tech priest.
You decided
You're just
to
gonna have to
charge
take him. You're just gonna have to take him
Yeah, I'll
to
just
the fucking
punch him.
medical bay.
Loot, you have a decision. It doesn't sound like shooting has started from over there, and those gun servitors, from what you saw, had big-ass guns, as did the armament, so you would hear shooting by now, if they hadn't managed to pull something off.
Yeah.
Forward or back?
Mission takes importance.
You still
I go
need Jin to be able to identify which of the men of iron can be repaired.
That is true. But the
That's
thing
an
is, I have no idea where you guys went.
You
Actually, we
rolled
did
a
give you an idea
1.
where we
You
went.
can follow the, the fucking guards. You have a rough idea of where they stopped based on what you hear.
I'm gonna try and do that to try and get Jinzia out.
Okay, make a stealth roll. Take a +10. Yeah, you're overhearing the conversation. I'm sure he's gonna be fine, mistress. You did a good job. I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's just an armsman.
and 2
Yeah, combat servitors, but they're not gonna give a fuck about no combat servitors.
He listens to the microbeat. I understand. But it's a tech priest. Mistress, what is your name and designation, please?
I'm presuming I hear this.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna shoot him in the fucking head.
They might
That's actually the best move you have right now.
They might
Do it.
hear at the
The other side of the microbeat.
if it's open when the bullet lands, yes, but more importantly the checkpoint, because that's not that far off.
Mm-hmm.
They might not.
I
You
do
have a
have a
silencer,
silencer.
but it's a fucking sniper rifle.
Yeah.
This
Just
is why you
shoot
keep
him.
long ladders, fool.
Long as still make sound just less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they make less, and even less with silencers.
How would you silence a laser?
I think you can the silencer modifier.
No, it's only basic weaponry, I think.
In theory, you
Not
can in the
basic,
lore,
low
but
tech.
in the game there isn't an attachment for it, so I would treat it
Yeah.
as a super rare thing to earn if you wanted it.
Yeah, silencers are only low-tech weaponry.
Honestly, I would possibly treat it as a special pattern of lasguns that have been optimized to not emit visible light, just like microwave someone at a distance.
Yeah, sorry, any solid projectile weapon of the basic or pistol class.
Okay.
You have...
I mean, I have to. Our cover's gonna get blown either fucking way.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get
just
that.
shoot her.
Just-
Shoot him.
This is just gives us a less chance. So, what range would this be at?
short. If you make another stealth check, you can make it point blank, but he's
No,
probably
this
gonna
is
start
fine.
responding again.
This is fine, so that's a stand. Or wait, do I roll with semi-auto because I'm technically doing the call shot? And I don't get any penalties actually for that.
I think you can't take an aim action on top of it with a cold shot, can you?
That doesn't make sense because I should aim for his head.
Well, yeah, no, but
No.
that is the aim part that you're aiming for, specific body part.
Okay, then I
Yeah.
won't do a call shot.
And I mean, cold shot doesn't help you much anyway.
Yeah. So wait.
If you
red
hit
dot
him in a
gives-
single shot, it doesn't matter. And red dot gives you
That
on
is true.
any single shot +10.
Plus 10, my custom grip gives me another +5, so that's plus 15.
And accurate gives you another plus 10 if you
Another
aim.
plus 10, yeah, that's 25. That's 25. They're not, I mean, I'm guessing it doesn't really count as surprise.
No, take your surprise.
Is that the 2d5?
Yes, it is. Let me look up how much health Navy armsmen have. Or armsmen in general. No, that's ships. Humans.
I don't think it matters.
That's
21 damage at pen 4. That's pretty good.
Okay, Hugh. Well, pen of 4. So, he gets a soak of 2.
19 damage.
He has 8 health. He's at minus 11.
Yeah, he's a bit dead.
Where does the bullet land? 57.
57.
Impact critical. So you're talking to
Body,
the
yeah.
nice
Just body.
naval rating and wondering how you're going to deal with the chief engineer of this ship. When suddenly a
You feel a breeze through your chest.
strange bullet has appeared.
A new challenger approaches. Bullet.
If I could spell, that would be great. Impact critical body. The target jerks back from the force of attack, throwing back his head and spewing out a jet of blood before crumpling to the ground. Dead. As per the effect directly above, except the target's lifeless form is thrown 1d10 meters directly away from the attack. Any target in the course of path must make a challenging agility test or be knocked prone. So you knock prone one of the combat servitors.
Hey, at least I'm...
Insert scream of terror in Lady Screams here.
Okay, Jinzia screams.
Why?
Oh my fucking god.
So, the other servitor, as combat starts, roll initiative, but effectively, for flavor's sake, he lowers his gun and steps in front of Jinzia. Go ahead and roll as well, Adolphus.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm pretty sure you go first, Loot. One of them is on the ground. One of them is lowering the heavy stubber in your direction.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's trying to shoot me.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's not in melee. Well, even if he was, that won't make the difference.
He doesn't count as being in melee.
No, even if he was, I have target selection.
Okay.
This is short range still?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's Emperor's Fury.
Nice. Yeah, that's you need to roll. Well, you can't miss this one. You can't. Auto confirm.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah, I
roll.
know. And 1d10 or just to confirm?
Just the 1d10.
Roll it then. Okay.
30 damage.
30.
Okay, so you delete him. The other one, well, Jinzia, what do you do as you hear the second shot and this one jerks back and slumps to the ground after trying to protect you?
Run for the fucking vent we were going towards.
Loot, you see Jinzia run past you.
You motherfucker!
The other servitor stands up and no aim, short range.
Doesn't he have to brace the gun?
He is he's auto-stabilized.
Ah, fair enough.
does make sense.
Brrrt.
Oh, come on! I will attempt to dodge that.
At least Jackalor isn't suspected.
Hey!
You matrix into an alcove, bullets fly past you. Bing, 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 bing.
Eat this, motherfucker.
All of China knows you're here now as you lean out.
Yup.
So remember that this was the stealth mission?
Was being the effective term.
Ah, there it is. There it is. Oh, another Emperor's Fury.
Oh god.
Roll to confirm. Oh, not to confirm.
Oh no.
Keep rolling.
Okay. That's
You delete him. You start heading towards Jinzia, trying to catch up, wondering where the fuck is Zarkov? When you see the lights on the ceiling start to flash red. Ew, ew, ew.
I think we just got covered alone.
it's fucking
Honestly, I think this is the perfect place to end, and let Demi start to resolve this mess next week.
Hey, you haven't killed anyone important yet. Mission still successful, technically.
Well, technically though, because we still need to get the Man of Iron, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you
we
are
didn't
following
autofail.
your orders. This is actually going well. You are blindsiding them, and you have a place they don't know is compromised right next to where you need to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, well, I expected with the security I'm layering on here for that to happen at some point, because infiltrating a starship is no mean feat.
That is true.
Yeah.
We were stupid to
I
think this
still
would go off
love
without a
how
hit.
the fucking ratings come into the room. Oh yeah, we were totally trying to save this guy. Zucker, hands bloodied, covered in oil. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I can't believe that's worked. I don't. Okay, this is where they meet one of the officers that have to explain themselves. Here we go. Wait, what? Fucking blessed. Jacklord, tell us your favorite moment of this evening's entertainment.
So I just started punching.
And what does Zarkov think about what is happening now that he's cut off from the party and alone?
Fuck. This isn't the plan.
Okay. Adolphus, tell us, what's your favorite moment?
I have to say, it was using the Steve and pulling that off.
Okay. And what does Jinzia think as she dives into the hatch, where it's presumably a little safer, with the alarm starting behind her?
Well, we better hurry up.
And, Boo.
Well, by far my favorite moment was this one right now, where I technically rolled 3 Emperor's Furies in a fuck. And just kind of deleting a room of three people just like that. And
One
to be
shot,
honest,
one kill.
yeah, basically one shot, one kill. To be honest, like if I had faith points and I wasn't sure, I was gonna use fucking Shirk.
Honestly,
and-
this is kind of like an officer comes in here. What the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
This is a crack team of infiltrators murdering their way
I mean,
to
considering
everything.
the damage, both from bullets and otherwise, it's gonna be like, we have a Space Marine on board.
Oh god.
Basically.
Yeah, this is way too destructive.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
just
about.
to-
We don't have Space Marines on board the Hammer of Light.
Hey, all three of us together are one Space Marine. If we can get them to
I
think
mean,
that, we might be in the clear.
Technically, Zarko could be the Space Marine if he's wielding his power swords.
Okay, and what is Lou thinking as he sees the alarms going off as he's still trying to run towards the hatch?
Well, just thinking, this could not have gone any fucking worse. What the fuck did those two do?
But I hope they managed to hack that pretty good and it doesn't get noticed.
Yeah.
What did you get? 4 degrees on that? I think it was 4.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll check.
It's way, way up.
Yeah, it's pretty far up there.
Wait, on the...
Yeah, it's 4
rolling
degrees on the security.
Ah, yeah. 63 out of 9.
Yep.
Okay, any more thoughts to add about this fast start clock? I'm gonna recommend that Demi either have Jason be the one to pull you out, working from the other end, or maybe Kaibas just end up being in the hospital as part of the delegation. So he can recognize Zarko and be like, wait, oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, if I kill this rating now...
Problem is you would eat the tech priest in the process. He's barely holding on.
Yeah.
You kind of
So he does
pulverized
kinda
his
stand
face.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not for mission failure, but you don't know how special he counts as.
Yeah, true. They only have 30 of them is the issue.
That too. Okay. Well, actually, I have one more question. What do you think Demi is gonna think about this? Jekyll or?
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I think he's gonna love it.
I think he's just gonna think that it was a pretty good session overall.
Okay. Well, say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.